Here, I'm going to show you what I did for my Home Depot pumpkin twins. They would never really go off with the sound sensor, so I wanted to use the Try Me option to kind of set them off. But I hate using the little foot stamp things, so I wanted to just associate the Try Me to a timer. So I'll put this stuff in the links, but you can buy this cheap little timer board on Amazon. I got a 3.5mm plug, regular auxiliary plug here off Amazon, and then a 12-volt power adapter here. And you kind of put those things together. All right, and that's what you get by putting these things together. So on this side here, we put the actual auxiliary cable that's going to go into the Try Me outlet in the pumpkin twins, and the power 12-volt power adapter just goes on the right side here. So I did, it originally had this on the power adapter. I just cut it off. So you get your red and black wires here. So we have the red here, it goes to the very bottom one here. That's our DC positive. And then the black goes to the middle here, which is our DC negative. Okay, we don't use this top one here. The wires are kind of skinny, so they don't stay in these screw things very well, the screw. So I just soldered it to the bottom. So it's soldered on, so it's a little stronger there. And on this side, we have, again, the auxiliary plug. And this is just, there's nothing, it's just an open-close switch here, right? So it doesn't necessarily matter which one these go in. I have red on top, black on the bottom for this. This just is going to act as when the timer goes off to the second timer, it's going to close the circuit, which therefore is the same thing as if you were pushing one of those Try Me buttons or stepping on one of those Try Me steps. So that will activate my pumpkin twins here. So again, I put one of them on the top one, which should be normally open. Yep, top one's normally open. The middle is just a COM option. We don't need to use the bottom here. And again, I soldered them to the bottoms just so it stays on there a little firmer. So I'll plug it in, you can see how it works. Okay, so I have the power adapter plugged in to this. The auxiliary is still not plugged in anything, just to show you how this works. It'll start counting down automatically so that you can just basically set this up and then put it on a outlet with a timer, and then every time it powers on, it'll just start. So it's kind of cycling through here, and I'll show you kind of how to set this up. So there's 4 buttons across the bottom. So these 4 little buttons down here, and there's little blue lights here along the side to kind of tell you where we are. So if I hold down this little set button for a few seconds, it'll go into kind of setting up the different options. And these little blue lights here on the side will light up. So the first one on the top is for the mode. So there's multiple modes on this that kind of do different things. I really haven't played with a lot of them. I just use this number 5 mode because I saw someone else do it, and it works well. But you can change the modes with the positive and negative buttons to move the modes up and down. And then this other button here will switch from the digit, do you want to switch this digit to then the next digit to the next digit, etc. So again, keep it on mode 5. To go to the next setting, we press the set button once, and the little blue light moves down to the second little option here, which is for the timer 1. So this is for the normally open, how much time, basically the delay. How long do you want to delay before we're going to close the circuit and basically trigger our pumpkin twins? So it's on 60 seconds right now, but this will take a while, so I'll change this. Again, you can move this up to make it more, 64 seconds, 63 seconds, etc., 60 seconds. If I want to change the 6, that's what this second button here does. It switches the digits for what you're trying to change. I'm going to change the 6. Let's just bring this down to 10 seconds to make it easy. Then we'll hit the set button again. It goes to timer 2, and it's how long do you want the timer 2 to go for one. Now it's triggering, when it's normally closed. So it's going to close the circuit. How long do you want it to be closed for? For this particular thing where we're just triggering the Try Me, the Try Me works as soon as you press it once. So it doesn't matter how long this is. You can put it for 1 second. You can put it for a minute. Doesn't matter. It'll just trigger it. In this case, I put 20 seconds in here because the automated Try Me feature on the Pumpkin Twins runs for about 20 seconds. So that just kind of helps me figure out the time that's going to go for 20 seconds. And then, you know, how long do I want to delay after that, which right now I have set to 10 seconds. So again, you can change the time here for your timer too. Press that again, and you get down to this last one. It's a multiplier. So this one I don't fully understand. I think it multiplies if you want the numbers by 1, or you can add more numbers here, so it multiplies it by 2. If you want to make it really long duration, yeah, you can look this up. But I basically don't touch this one. I just go back, hit set, and I'm back to the mode, the first one. So when you're all done, you just hold down the setting button again, and now it's going to start. It starts counting down from 10 seconds. That's what I started with, was my timer 1, 10 seconds. Right now, nothing would be happening with the Pumpkin Twins. Then you hear a little click, and the light shows you now that the circuit is closed. That means it would trigger the Pumpkin Twins to go off. And again, this is just the kind of a timer. At this point, it doesn't matter how much time is here, but this is the timer too for how long does it stay closed. And again, I just use it to mimic how long the talking is, which is about 20 seconds. And then it opens back up, normally open the circuit. So therefore now it's not triggering the Pumpkin Twins until the 10 seconds. Boom, now it's triggering it again. So again, the time in here, we're just basically turning on and off the Try Me button. So you can just set this to go all night. I mean, I probably wouldn't do it every 30 seconds. I'll probably do it every minute or two to have a delay of about 60 seconds for my timer 1. And then I'll still just keep my timer 2 at 20 seconds. So it'll be 20 seconds of talking, about a minute or 2 of waiting, and then it'll trigger it again. So this way it can just kind of seem random in my show that the Pumpkin Twins are coming on and off at different, at roughly a minute or 2 apart. So everyone gets a chance to see them, and I don't have to worry about trying to make loud noise or use any of those motion sensors. So you can use this with something that has a motion sensor as well, but that also has a Try Me option. Because again, those motion sensors don't work very well either. So this just allows you to do a continuous timer to basically keep triggering that. So let's set it up and see how it looks on the actual Pumpkin Twins. Okay, so here are my Pumpkin Twins. I haven't actually set them up yet. I'm going to use the Try Me jack and plug in. Here I do use battery adapters here to make this AC power rather than using batteries. And so that's just separately plugged in to power as well. And so then here we are. We have 6 seconds left. Again, it's normally open, waiting to close the circuit.
Trick or treat.
There you go.
Don't you look scary tonight.
That's triggering the Try Me.
My head on straight.
I hope we see some ghosts and goblins tonight.
Give us something good and sweet.
And then it stops. So it's about 20 seconds. Again, it has nothing to do with how long that second timer is. The second timer could have just gone for 1 second, and that would have triggered the Try Me response. But again, I put in 20 seconds there just so that I know it goes for about 20 seconds, and then I'm going to wait 35 seconds. Then it'll go for 20 seconds, wait for 35 seconds. I also send a link in the comments for how you can also set this up. So instead of just going to a Try Me, you also set it up to go to a power supply to actually turn on the power to something.
Trick or treat. Don't you look scary tonight.
So there it goes again. So yeah, this is great. And again, if I unplug this here, power goes off. If I plug it back in, timer just starts back up again. Again, starts off with being open for those 35 seconds that I set it to, and then it'll trigger it. But yeah, again, if you want to trigger something that's completely AC power, you could splice in to the side instead, like an extension cord, and have that extension cord obviously has to also have its own power to that extension cord. And then you could power some other device, maybe from Lowe's, Home Depot, or Spirit, that just works automatically by turning on the power rather than having to use a Try Me jack. So hopefully that helps everyone. Check out the stuff in the links. Thanks.